Satnam and welcome. My name is Salima, yoga therapist, and we're shooting live here at Yoga Vision Studio. And with me today are two students and teachers at the studio, Cecilia and Shaliza, and behind the camera is Nori. We'll begin today with our tuning in, so please press your palms together at the center of your chest. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, allow your eyes to close. And take a few breaths here. And as you breathe, relax your knees, relax your thighs, relax your shoulders. Separate your teeth, relax your jaw. Balancing negative and positive, masculine, feminine, in all the dualities and polarities that we spend our day navigating through and around. Here we come to balance, here we come to oneness. Our mantra to begin, Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the teacher within. I call in my highest consciousness. I am awake, alert, and alive. Sitting up tall and straight. Close your eyes now, take a deep inhale. Through the nose, exhale. Inhale very deeply. Exhale. Inhale and let's tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale very deeply. Holding the breath. And think about now where you'd like to relieve stress from your life. And imagine shaking it off. And release. Relax your hands all the way down. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. We'll begin our warm-up series with butterfly. Bring the bottoms of your feet together and hold on to your toes. Lift your knees up and down. Spine is straight. Shoulders are relaxed. And allow this time now to unwind from your day. Activate this movement in order to release the body. Inhale very deeply, holding still and steady for just a moment. Allow everything to soften. From here, keep your hands around your toes and then soften your elbows down to your shins. Take 3 deep breaths here, applying a little bit of pressure. Inhale and exhale. It doesn't matter how far low you go. This is allowing a little bit more openness. And on your 3rd breath, inhale, come all the way back up to a straight spine. And release. Relax your hands now, relax your legs, swing your legs around, come into tabletop position for cat and cow. So coming onto your hands and knees, with your knees hip width apart, hands are underneath the shoulders, wide placed fingers so that you have good balance. Relax your toes at the back, and from here begin cat and cow. Bring the belly button towards the spine, inhale as you lift the eyes and the gaze upward, and then round the spine, look towards the knees. Go at a pace that's comfortable for you. This can be a little faster or a little slower than what you're seeing on the screen. No harm, no foul. It's an opportunity to move your body in a way that allows you to feel comfortable and relaxed. Last two. And last one. Inhale deeply, come to a flat back. And cat and cow is a great way to warm up the spine. It allows everything to move, spinal fluids to move, and all the energy of your spine, the prana and apana, getting a good solid stimulation here. We begin now with hip rolls, keeping your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, roll your hips all the way forward, and then exhale as you rotate all the way to the back. So you can think about this as Sufi grinds in a tabletop position, and is noticing here where you feel a little bit more flow and a little bit more stuckness, or a feeling that the movement needs to slow down a little bit. So go ahead and really examine and explore. Close your eyes, feel through this movement with your breath. It's a great way to release emotion, great way to connect. Today we're working on the topic of stress. And part of today's Kriya is to release stress. It's a very short Kriya and also very effective. And as women, this is where we hold our emotions. So as you move your hips, think about what you might have been holding on to, whether it's a new feeling or something that's been with you for a while, and use this movement to gracefully unwind. A few more moments here. Good, take a deep inhale and come to center, holding steady, and release. We're moving in the opposite direction now. Same exercise, going in the opposite direction. Best if you keep your eyes low, keeping your gaze towards the ground, or with your eyes closed, keeping your spine completely straight, so from the base of your spine all the way to the top of your neck. And go at a pace that allows you to feel good and relaxed. Each of these exercises during a Kundalini Yoga warm-up series is about a minute long, and this will allow the body, the mind, and the spirit to really sink into the practice, to be here completely. Good. Take a deep inhale, hold steady here. And exhale. Good. From here, extend the right leg all the way out behind you. Right leg is behind you. And then cross the right leg over the left. So you're landing your toes down to the ground. And then press into your toes. And feel the stretch from your hip all the way to the toes. So you're stretching out the back of the body here. Taking 3 breaths. Good, and release when you finished your 3rd breath. Come back to tabletop position. And then notice from side to side. And you can shift your hips now from side to side. Do that just a couple of times so that you feel a little bit more movement in the hips. Good, come back to neutral. And then we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Extend the left leg behind you. And then cross the left leg over the right. Toes are down. And then push into your toes. Feel that stretch right from the heel to the hip area and everything in between. 3 breaths. And on your 3rd breath, returning the leg back to center. And again, shift your hips from side to side. Feel everything come back. Good. From here, turn your toes over, lift your knees up, coming into downward facing dog. Just here for a few breaths, allowing the body to stretch. We're going to be seated for today's Kriya, so you want to make sure that everything is stretched out. They have a little bit of power into the legs so that when you sit, you have some patience for the sitting part. From here, pedal the feet, so keeping the toes on the ground, lifting the ankles one at a time. And if being on the wrists is uncomfortable, you can always come down onto your forearms, Please make sure that you modify, because I can't see you, please make sure that you modify in a way that acclimatizes to your body. Good, now hold steady and still and take a few more long deep breaths. From here, raise your right leg all the way up, inhaling up, and exhale it down. Good, and do the same thing on the opposite side. We stretch out and release. Good, bend the knees, come into rock pose, onto the knees, sitting back onto your heels into rock pose. And then the final exercise, warm-up exercise, will be Ego Eradicator. Now, in times of stress, when we feel that the pressure is on, it's easy for the ego to get involved. Hey, you know, here are my deadlines, here's what I'm worthy because I can finish this particular item on time, or this is going to happen a certain way because I think it needs to happen this way. All of that stuff creates more overwhelm. So we're going to use an exercise now called Ego Eradicator, using breath of fire and a mudra, hand position, to just tame that lion, that dragon, just a little bit. So extending the arms all the way out into a V-shaped position. Keep the fingers in and turn the thumbs upward. The thumbs in this situation now represent the positive ego. And if you're pregnant or menstruating, just stick with long, deep breathing here. And otherwise, you can begin with panting like a dog. Stick the tongue all the way out, panting like a dog. I'm going to go about 30 seconds with panting like a dog, and then move on to full breath of fire, which is to close the mouth. So right now, the tongue is all the way out. Getting accustomed to this breathing pattern. This is a really powerful way to clear toxins from the body and also to create a little bit of heat. We're almost there, just about 30 seconds, and then I'll give you the cue to move on to a full breath of fire. Good, now close the mouth, keep this breathing pattern up, and notice that all of the muscle contractions are happening in the diaphragm. So the belly button goes in and out really fast. It's a fast-paced breath. And it really allows the body to heat up. And when something heats up, it is allowing also a release. So this is what Ego Eradicator is perfect for, releasing the ego. Releasing our attachment to how things have to be, or how we have to show up in order for things to get done. The far simpler way is to surrender. Surrender to all that is surrounding us, the God force within, the creative force of the universe that really wants our best and has our best interests in heart. Coming from unconditional love. Last few seconds. Good. Take a deep inhale here. Bring the thumb tips to touch above the head. Hold the breath. Squeeze root lock. Squeeze anus, sex organs, navel center. Squeeze the lock. Release the lock, exhale through the nose, and allow the fingertips to drop all the way down to the ground. For the first part of the Kriya today, bring your left hand onto your left knee, very relaxed here, and then raise your right hand up so that is parallel to the ground. Lock your elbow in place, keep your wrist in place. And now, as if your hand was pointing at number 3 on the clock, inhale up to 1 and exhale down. Good, so from here, it's just the elbow that's moving. Inhale up, exhale down. Find a rhythm with your breath. Find a way to move that helps synchronize the breath in this movement. We have just about a minute here, and then we'll change it slightly. Excellent. Now keep that arm steady for just a moment. Tense your left hand into a fist. Hold that hand really tight and tense and continue that movement. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Powerful breath, powerful movement. Bending just at the elbow, keeping the wrist fairly still and steady. You have one more minute here. Close your eyes, focusing in between the eyebrows, and just keep that momentum going. The short bursts of breath help to relax and to rejuvenate the heart. Good, take a deep inhale. Hold still, keep the arm parallel to the ground, holding the breath here. And softly exhale, bring both hands down onto your knees, relax for a moment. Soak it all in. For the next part of today's Kriya, bring both hands up so that they're parallel to the ground. Keep the left palm facing downwards and flip the right palm so that it's facing the ceiling. Good. From here, we'll be moving the hands up and down just about 6 inches. So imagine as if you were bouncing some imaginary balls. One's going up, one's going down. Close your eyes, breathe freely. Good. Go at your own pace. This may be a little faster or a little slower than what you're seeing on screen, and that's totally fine. Inhaling and exhaling. Every body is different, and every way of approaching a Kriya is a little bit different depending on how you're built, where you are in your mind, your body, your spirit that particular day. You may need a little faster or may desire a little slower. It's all good. So no right and no wrong here. Simply move and relax. Your left hand controlling all of the earthly elements in your life and around you, and your right hand controlling all the heavenly elements. Good, so one goes up and one goes down as if you were bouncing a ball. Just about another minute. Just check in, make sure your posture is straight, your shoulders are relaxed, your focus is in between the eyebrows. Take a deep inhale and gently come to steady hands. And then exhale, relax both hands down to your knees and take a moment here. Bring your left hand to the center of your chest and right hand on top. So you're holding energy at the energy of your heart center, your heart chakra. From here, inhale, drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Close your eyes and really get mellow with this movement. So if you find you have a little tenderness or a little stiffness around the neck, just slow it down. There's no need to bring the ear all the way to the shoulder. Really, we're moving in a direction and allowing the body to relax and open into the movement. Just about another minute. This little Kriya in total is about 8 minutes and has such great effects. It's very simple, straightforward to do, can be done in the morning or in the evening, whatever works best for your schedule, and really allows a shedding of energy. Coming up to the end now. Last one on each side. And then inhale, come to a tall, straight spine. Hold steady and still. Few long, deep breaths here. Inhale very deeply. Through the nose, exhale. Inhale very deeply through the nose. Exhale. And here's the last one. Inhale very deeply. And exhale. We're moving right into the last part of the Kriya. Bring your arms all the way up so that your hands are facing each other and elbows are hugging the ears. So from here, holding your arms very stiff and steady, take a deep inhale and tense all the muscles. Keep the muscles tense and start to inhale and exhale. We're not here for very long. Keep the breath long and deep and hold the muscles firm. Squeeze all the muscles in your body, your legs, your midsection, your face. Press your lips together and make sure that your face, all the facial muscles are involved and engaged as well. Good, almost there. Inhale very deeply, holding still and steady here. Hold. And then gracefully relax your hands all the way down. I'm going to take a minute now in silence to allow you to acclimatize and to consolidate all of the energy of that Kriya. And then for our final meditation, we will conclude with a pranayama, a breathing exercise. And now some silent space. Bring your hands into Gyan Mudra for the final breathing practice, Sitali Pranayam. Bringing the hands into Gyan Mudra, first finger and thumb to touch. Keeping your spine long and straight. And for this exercise, it's a cooling exercise. So when we're stressed, we start to generate some heat or inflammation or get inflamed or easily irritated. And now is the time to cool all of that down with this exercise. Inhaling by puckering the mouth and inhaling through and over the tongue. So curling the tongue just past the lips, inhaling through the lips, close the mouth, exhale nose, and continue just like that. So tongue is out like a straw, inhaling over the tongue, close the mouth, exhale through the nose. And if you find that particularly challenging to curl the tongue, then simply open the mouth and inhale through an O-shaped mouth. Let the air slide over your tongue, close your mouth, exhale through the nose, and you're getting very close to the effect that we're going for here, cooling exercise. So we covered a lot of different elements today, tuning in, tapping into our infinite potential, relaxing the body with warm-ups, including Ego Eradicator, and that is to release some of our preconceived notions about how things need to be, coming into the Kriya itself to relax, and now cooling everything down, being in a state of oneness with the breath. Once the breath work is done, our practice together continues with a conclusion. You can do Sitali Pranayam at any time during the day if you're feeling like you're overheating. And overheating could be temperature-wise, it could be emotional, it could be mental. It's a way of cooling everything down, so feel free to take that on for a few breaths or even a minute. In this case, we're doing it for just about 3 minutes. Good, 2 more times. And then come to stillness, come back to your regular breath. Press your palms together. We conclude with a long Sat short Nam. Sat Nam means truth is my name. Take a deep inhale. Sat Nam. Please ground yourself, bring your forehead and your palms to the ground, closing off the energy of today's practice. It's a pleasure and honor to be with you online here in this forum, to pass on the teachings, to share the vision of Kundalini Yoga and all that it has to offer. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe, and even more so, leave comments below. It's a great way to find out what else you're looking for and how this practice has affected your life in the most positive ways. Sat Nam.